What's up, everybody? Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. Bears, Lions tomorrow. Thought it'd be a good time to talk a little bit about Ben Johnson as the Bears could be getting another look at their future head coach. That remains to be seen, obviously. But Ben Johnson talked about the thought of becoming a head coach this offseason. He also was asked specifically about Bears quarterback Caleb Williams. So, a lot to dive into here on today's show. This is why I subscribed to the channel. It's a Saturday, and I said, let's fire up the old home studio. Got a new mic, by the way. Let me know in the comments if the audio is sounding a little crisper here. Hopefully it is, as I put a little more investment into this at-home setup. We're dropping daily videos, latest Chicago Bears news, rumors, whole lot more. Subscribe today. Coaching search, obviously a major focus right now. Is 2025 the year for Ben Johnson to become a head coach? Obviously, the last couple of cycles, he's been a hot candidate. Last year, it seemed like he had the Washington job if he wanted it. Ended up kind of bailing on that, going back to Detroit, said he had unfinished business there. The year before he was getting interviews, and now he enters this market as either the top or second highest regarded head coaching candidate, along with a guy like Mike Vrabel. And he's been very patient, notably patient, selective. Not many coaches are like that, right? A lot of guys out there are like, I get an offer, I'm just going to take it. I mean, this might be my only chance, but this guy's been content to stay in Detroit, call plays, and do all of that stuff. And you wonder, like, is this the time? Is this the year? And he was asked specifically, like, hey, how do you feel about becoming a head coach? Is that fire there? And he said, quote, I think there's a burning desire in every man to find what he's made out of. Yeah, there's a fire there. When that time is, I don't know. And, there's been a lot of theories on why Ben Johnson has been so selective. Like, does he not view himself ready? Does he just want the perfect job? There's been leaks out of his camp, like he's waiting for the quote unquote perfect situation. If that's true, then he's never going to be a head coach. Like, there's never going to be a perfect situation unless Andy Reid retires and the Chiefs offer him the job. Unless something like that happens, there's always going to be some level of risk when you take a head coaching job because it's open for a reason. The team either has a bad roster or there's dysfunction in the organization or they can't find a quarterback. Like, there's a lot of different things and reasons to why head coaching positions come open. In the Bears case, well, Matt Eberflus was just an incompetent in-game manager. That's the main reason. Also, the organization is extremely disorganized and builds things backwards, like hires a GM who then chose a coach among three finalists that were already chosen. And then a year later, they bring in a team president. So it's been all over the place when it comes to the Chicago Bears for a long, long time now. But we'll see if this is the year for Ben Johnson. He definitely says he has that fire, but again, it comes down to whether or not he himself is ready to make that jump. He also talked about Caleb Williams. Jason Leisure went up to Detroit to ask him a question about the Bears quarterback. We'll get to that here in just a moment. But first, I want to tell you guys about our sponsor, Rocket Money. Listen, holiday season, a lot of us spend more money this time of year. That's why saving money throughout the year is so important. That way, when you splurge around the holidays, gift giving, traveling, all that stuff, you got a little extra money. Rocket Money is going to help you stay on top of your finances. It's a personal finance app that can find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, lower your bills by up to 20%, and doing a bunch of other variety of things like help you stay on top of budgets. You can check your credit score, just check your categorized spending. I think it's better than just your typical banking app with whatever bank you have. I've been using it for a couple of years now. And the main thing they do is help you get rid of those subscriptions you no longer want. I know when I signed up with Rocket Money, I had like 3 or 4 services. I was like, don't even remember signing up for that one, getting charged for it. Definitely don't use that one anymore. Then a couple hours, I was like, you know what? I'm not using that one a ton. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that for now. You can always re-sign up for these things in the year of 2024. Click a few buttons. They're going to help you get those canceled in short notice. They'll play kind of middleman for you. That way you don't have to deal with back and forth customer service. Nothing more annoying than that. If you take a picture of your bills, send them to Rocket Money. They can sometimes find you deals to get up to 20% cheaper options on those bills. Imagine being able to lower your bill from $100 to $80. That's pretty awesome. If you use Rocket Money's full features, you can save up to $740 per year. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Get going with Rocket Money today. It's rocketmoney.com/bears now. Use our link to download the app right now. All right, Ben Johnson also talked about the Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams. Jason Leisure, give him credit, hopped in the car, drove up to Detroit just to ask one question to Johnson today, as obviously there's a lot of buzz. Could Ben Johnson be this team's next head coach? And I just want to read a snippet of a quote here from Ben Johnson when it comes to Caleb Williams. Quote, "It's been difficult to just sit down and study every throw, but plenty of crossover tape over the course of the year, and there's no question this guy is talented. I remember standing on the sideline last game talking about Bears-Lions on Thanksgiving, and you can hear the ball whistle by you. He's got quite a fastball, has some creativity to him. He can extend plays and is accurate down the field as well. I haven't really dove in and can tell you much more beyond that, but he's been impressive from afar." Obviously, if you remember that Lions game, other than the chaotic ending where the clock ran out, Caleb stormed back in the second half after a slow first half, which has been kind of a theme. He hasn't started these games well, but has played much better after halftime. 256 passing, 3 touchdowns, all in the second half. Got hot in that second half, threw probably his best deep ball of the season to DJ Moore for a slot fade for a touchdown. So, look, I think the consensus around the league is, yeah, Caleb's probably been a little more inconsistent than people thought, but the talent is undeniable. And I think people recognize, too, how chaotic this situation has been in Chicago. And obviously now we wait to see who the next head coach is going to be. And you guys know where I stand. Ben Johnson is my top candidate. I think he's ready. I actually like that he has gone back to call plays for a couple of extra years. Say, you know what? I'm going to keep building these reps, build these calluses. And, when I'm ready to jump in, I'll jump in. Is this the year to jump in? We'll see. Does he look at Chicago as a place he wants to be? I think he probably thinks the roster is solid. I think he clearly believes, based on what he said there, that Caleb Williams is a top talent. I say go get him. Now, will he take this job? What is he going to request? Different structure setup? Is he going to want to bring in a different GM to come to Chicago with? Would you have to push Ryan Poles out the door? Those are all questions you'd figure out when you interview him, assuming he accepts an interview. But yeah, I think this is too good of a opportunity to not take a chance on. I get Mike Vrabel's probably a safer option. There's other offensive guys that are out there as well, but I think Ben Johnson's the most qualified. I think the work he's done with Jared Goff to elevate him to a level beyond he ever reached in LA is impressive. He's been around Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn, two guys that are viewed as very fierce competitors and leaders. You would think some of that's rubbed off on him as well. And look, maybe he's your Kyle Shanahan. Maybe he's your Sean McVay. QB, head coach, combination that you can go to battle with for a decade plus. That is what you're looking for. That's the home run setup in today's NFL. Vrabel's probably a double, but getting Ben Johnson would be an absolute home run swing. Whether you connect or not, that remains to be seen. What say you? Do you want Ben Johnson in Chicago? Type Y for yes, or you can type in for no. Give us your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel on the way out, because we will be back tomorrow for a little Bears-Lions Week 16 action. Going to be cold and windy. Can the Bears get off the mat and push an injured Lions team to the brink? We'll have to wait and see on that one. My name is Harrison Graham. More coverage on a daily basis here on Chicago Bears Now. We appreciate you guys tuning in. And by the way, thanks to everybody who tuned in to our 4Vert stream on Friday night for Notre Dame, Indiana. We're going to do that again in the next round of the college football playoff, and we'll probably do some NFL playoff streams as well. So lock in for that as well. Go check out 4Verts on YouTube. Subscribe here to Bears Now. We'll see you guys next time. Bear down.